We received a battery for our new Canon camcorder that I'm going to take a look at here. It's not a Canon product. It's a, I guess you would call it an aftermarket brand for a lithium-ion battery. $24 for a battery. I've never paid that. So I thought I'd take a chance, hoping maybe I could send it back if this thing is a piece of junk. And it's Synergy, which I did order, Synergy. It's the proper voltage. And they sent it with their battery charger because they said don't charge it inside the camera. So they sent along this. Plus they gave me something for the cigarette lighter in the car, which is pretty neat. And I guess this is for Europe. It's one of those European adapters. So we're going to look at it. We're going to take a look at it. First thing we're going to do is compare it to the battery that's already in the Canon camera. This is the Canon It's identical, though the expansion at the back of the battery, which compresses it to hold it in your camera, is slightly larger. I notice it because I used to make tiny parts. It appears to be slightly larger. Let me see. So this is the Canon battery. Make sure I don't hit those contacts. We have an overall length. One inch 9/37. 1 inch 9/37. This one is 1 inch 44. So it's going to compress itself into the battery compartment a little tighter. But looks, I don't see any difference other than that. Okay, you can see on the Canon battery has an extra contact. That must be for the camera to read the amount of juice left in it. No, it's in there. There's 4 contacts. There's 4 contacts. Okay, it's identical on the contacts. Okay. So, I'm going to try it as is with no juice in it. That way you can't damage nothing. If it's powered down, it won't do a darn thing to anything. Power it up, you could fry something. Okay, Let's see what happens when we put this in. Okay, so we're gonna... Okay, they give you the polarity inside the battery case, which I never noticed. And this is correct. So, let's see how we fit. It fits. It was a bit snug. Kind of scared me a little, putting that battery in there. Let's see what we get now for a reading. Okay, let's turn the camera on. Everything's cool on the camera. Okay. Okay, it's asking me to continue with the battery pack, though it doesn't have a communication link in the pack to say that there is a certain level left in the battery. So it's asking me to accept this battery pack, which means if I fire the camera, they probably have a reading inside there that I use somebody else's battery. Can I communicate with the battery pack? Continue using this battery pack? Yes. I'm showing 50 minutes right off of battery power, just as it is. My microphone setting is just as I left it. Everything is just as I left it. Okay, let's try something simple. I think I have junk on my card, so we'll erase the junk on my card. Initialize. Yeah, I got 6 gigs on card A, which I was just junking around with. So we're going to initialize that, see how we do. We want a complete initialization, yes. And okay, we'll try again. We'll look at card B. Card B has 1 megabyte on it. Initialize, complete, yes. Okay, all the readings are good. Okay, and off, and off. I'm going to say the battery's just fine. But this battery I'm going to use for the backup battery. I'm going to continue to go with a Canon battery. Okay, let's see how it comes out of the camera now. It doesn't want to come out of the camera. Okay. Doesn't want to come out of the camera. I guess I could file that down a bit. It's got the expansion, little expansion flange in the back here. It's about 10 thousandths oversized. They're identical. The Canon, okay, Canon put its contacts closer than did Synergy. So, in order of the contacts, this battery appears to be longer. If you shave off the back, you pull the contact away from however they built. Nah, the camera's huge. Yeah, the contacts in the camera are huge. But I'd say there's a danger of this Synergy battery in the hands of a fumbling type person to bend the contacts in the camera. So I'm going to go with super careful Mine's going to be used as a backup only. I probably will, now that I have a cheap backup, I'll probably go for the $70 Canon battery. So I'll have 2 Canons, and then I'll have this thing as a emergency backup for 3 hours of filming. Normally I do projects come up like 2 hours. So okay, so we're good. I'll say, yeah, this battery's okay. Here again, it doesn't want to go into the battery charger. Ah. Yeah, I'd say some people are going to have a problem. You're going to have a problem trying to fit this battery into the camera and into the battery charger. So I am going to take my file and shave it down a bit. 5/1000ths I'm going to remove from the rear flange, the expansion on the back of the thing. But I would say it's good. It's good for backup. Get the Canon battery. Go for the $70 on the Canon battery. Carry 2 of those, and then you can buy this one for 20 bucks as a backup, and shave it down a little. I don't think you can shave down the front. That's really like the working side of the battery. You don't want to mess with that. But back here, this is more like it's functional, but it's cosmetic. It's you can just pull a little bit off. Just shave that down 5/1000ths. Can you? Yeah, it can be. Oh, it broke a nail. Trying to operate this thing. Okay, he kind of. Oh man, it's a little funky. I'd be very careful working on this battery case back here. Who knows what he might have done up at this top line up here. Down here it's safe to say anything, but as you get up here, you're actually into the molded case. You know, who knows what he might have done there. They almost weigh the same. I think I can feel the Canon's a little lighter. They both have the same give if you squeeze it. I went with the same pattern on the back. Just one is slightly longer. And I mean slight, like 5/1000ths of an inch. Could be removed. Okay, okay, we're going to go with it. We're going to go with it for a backup, but I would say go with Canon. Get the Canon, and then make your 3rd battery this one, and be real careful. I'm gonna shave off that flange in the back. I'm gonna shave it down 5/1000ths. See if that helps, because it's pretty hairy. Okay. We got that from Amazon for 24 bucks. I'd say it's worth it for the aggravation I got to go through next. But I'm going to really say go with the Canon battery. Go with your Canon replacement. This is a lot of aggravation. The battery doesn't seem to want to operate easily, though it probably will.